Hi everybody, this is Penny with the Labrador Connection. This is Kira. She's not a Labrador, but probably a wannabe. And this is Buddy, my Lab Foster. He's a really good boy. He came in a couple of days ago, and my husband and I decided to take him on because we knew he was going to be a challenge. A challenge because he's 8 years old, he's intact, and he was used for breeding his whole life. So he's never really lived in a house. And he has a lot of manners to learn, even though he's a really good boy. So Buddy came in, and right off the bat, he did not disappoint. He started marking up the house. Buddy, where is the respect? I ask you, where's the love? I guess not. Okay, so he started marking the corners. He started marking here. He probably 10 to 15 times marked both of these areas, but it's okay. We expected it. So after a while of marking and correcting and whatnot, I decided to do what any normal other American would do, and that is put pee pads all over. Because if he's going to mark, at least he's going to hit the pad and not the wall. So now the pee pads are up. I also noticed that Buddy does not particularly care for food. Very unusual for a lab. Very unusual. But maybe he will in the future. So what did I do? I was trying to train him with just regular treats and whatnot, and seeing that it did not work, I went out to the store immediately and I got reinforcements. So this is for me a higher value. This is hot dogs, which usually will do the trick. I'll cut them up into tiny little pieces. And then the big guns is the Braunschweiger or liver sausage. This has proved pretty effective so far in getting him to do just about nothing. So it's okay. I haven't used it yet. I just used it for touch. So the first two things that I'm going to try to train are touch. And the reason for that is because this is, oh, there's a squeaky toy. I just bought those to see if I could motivate him. Because you see the set of bells on my back door. I want him to ring the bell to tell me that he has to go outside. So I'm trying to teach him touch. If I can get him to touch an object on command, I'll then transfer that to touch those bells, and then every time he excuse my kitchen here, guys, sorry. It's been a couple of rough days. Then as soon as he touches the bells, I want him to see that touching the bells gets him outside. Then he goes potty and he gets a treat reward. So touch is right at the top of the list for housebreaking. And second of all, I would like to teach him the easiest command out there, which is sit. And I have not been able to do that. I've watched all the YouTube videos and can't do it. So I'm going to work on that. And the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to up the value of the reward for sitting. My hope is that as I work and train with Buddy, that people kind of chime in and tell me, hey, this worked good for me, or hey, this did not work good for me, and that we can kind of train Buddy together. Now, Buddy's a beautiful lab, and most everyone's going to want him. His temperament is solid. He's just a good boy. He just has never lived in a house, so he has to learn how to do that. So, hopefully, as I go through each video, you can help me chime in, let me know what works for you or what doesn't work for you. And he will be neutered, so once he's neutered, eventually I'm sure that I'll be able to lay on my floor without being mounted. Just at least not being mounted by the dog. There is always the cats, and well, I'm not going to get into any further details because I think YouTube could be quite rated G, and I don't want to go beyond rated G, nor do I think you want to hear it. So you guys, this is Buddy the Lab again. I hope that you'll follow me and chime in and give me some advice as I start to train Buddy. Again, my first two goals are going to be touch and sit. That will be on a separate video. Right now, this is just an intro, and that's all I have. So stay tuned, follow me, and follow Buddy, and watch our progress, hopefully progress. I also want to mention places like Zen Dogs Training and Agility Possibilities, both from South Milwaukee. Both of those guys have done marvelous, marvelous jobs with dogs that they have trained. and are just wonderful about working with people on their special needs and circumstances. And I just really rely on what both of them say. So the worst case scenario is if I find that I can't train Buddy, I'll just play some ding dong ditch it on my way to work. I'll run. I will simply drop Buddy off, ring Judy's doorbell, and continue driving. She has no choice but to take him in. So that's all for now. I will catch up with you on the next video, and we will be working on sit and touch. Have a good day, guys.